The best sleeping positions to help deal with your scoliosis. Patients that have scoliosis very often are concerned about how to sleep with their scoliosis. Is there a better position? Is there a position that could maybe help reduce my scoliosis? Is there a position that won't cause as much pain? So to get a lot of questions regarding sleeping with scoliosis and how that differs from an average person without scoliosis. Well, the first obvious questions we want to answer is, can scoliosis affect the way somebody sleeps or how deep they sleep? Well, it's kind of indirect. It's yes, it can affect it because as your spine alters its position, it alters the way that you can comfortably lay down in your bed, especially if you have a thoracic scoliosis that can affect the ribs and can cause a rib deformity or rib asymmetry that can affect how comfortable you find sleeping on your back. So it may require you to find a different sleeping positions. Also, as your scoliosis becomes larger and if it becomes bigger, it can affect your ability to breathe comfortably. So it can cause some lung impairments or some difficult breathing in severe cases of scoliosis. And then lastly, of course, if scoliosis causes pain, the pain that you experience from scoliosis could affect your ability to sleep. So if you have scoliosis and you're having some sleep problems, what are some things that you can do? Well, first thing, a lot of patients may, especially a younger adult or an adolescent, they may be prescribed the brace. And can sleeping in the brace create an issue? Well, one thing that we know is that sleeping in a traditional brace that tries to hold the spine from worsening can cause problems sleeping because they have a squeezing effect on the body. And when you try to squeeze on the ribs and squeeze on the body, it creates a restriction feeling. And this restriction feeling can be hard for a patient to take deep breaths. And unfortunately, when it comes to traditional braces, they're notorious for getting more and more difficult to wear the longer the patient wears the brace, because that's normally a sign of their curve worsening, but they don't know because they have the brace on and they haven't gone for an evaluation. So they get harder and harder to wear, so they get harder and harder to sleep in. We're using something like a corrective brace like we use at Scoliosis Reduction Center, which actually helps correct the spine and helps reduce the curve. These braces tend to get easier and easier to wear over time, because when you push the spine becomes straighter, and as they become straighter, the brace becomes easier to wear. And since we're not squeezing, initially they may take shallow breaths, but they start taking longer and deeper breaths the longer they wear these braces, because the ribs and the issues with their scoliosis are actually improving. So the best way to sleep with scoliosis is in a corrective brace that's actually reducing your curve while you sleep. That means every breath that you're taking is actually helping reduce your scoliosis. That's by far the best way to be sleeping, is in a good brace. But if you're not sleeping in a good brace and you don't have that, what position can you be in to help try to improve your scoliosis? Like if you have a thoracic curve, like a left thoracic curve or a right lumbar or left lumbar, can you lay in a certain way that may improve your scoliosis? And the answer is really no, because you can't sleep in a position that's going to be applying enough force to your spine that's going to allow the spine to actually change. So meaning, I would say, is find the most comfortable position that you can sleep in to provide the best impact till you can sleep comfortably. Like I said, the best way is to be in a corrective brace that's actually designed for your scoliosis to get the best reduction. Sometimes patients could be affected by their mattress, meaning if they have a mattress that's way too soft, they can sink into the mattress. So you can imagine if you have like a right thoracic scoliosis and you sleep on your right side and your mattress is really soft, could you sink into that scoliosis and you find it less comfortable? Yes, so these squishy or very soft mattresses don't offer a lot of support. So a more like firm mattress is what we recommend. Something with maybe the slight pillow top to take the edge off of it, especially if you have some rib differences and some rib deformities that you don't want to feel the asymmetry on the very firm mattress. So like a firm mattress with like a medium-sized pillow top, it tends to be the best option. Some people ask if they can use something to help them sleep, like supports, like for their knees or for their back or for like a pillow between their knees if they're sleeping on their side. And of course, like the idea is you want to use whatever you need to sleep well if you don't have a corrective brace pushing your spine into the very best possible position. In general, the worst way to sleep is face down because you're torquing and twisting your neck. The second worst way would be on your side with no supports between your knees or for your arms, so you're turning and twisting. The one better than that one will be on your side with something supporting your knees and torso, and then the best will be on your back with something supporting your neck and your knees, and then the very best is in a corrective brace. So you can use some supportive products like cervical pillows and pillows for your legs and knees if it helps you sleep better. So generally, my word of advice here is to try to sleep on your back on a spine that's supported with a relatively firm mattress and that has a medium pillow top. If you have a corrective brace, that's the best thing to be sleeping in. But if you're experiencing any kind of problems because of sleep, especially if it's pain-related as a result of your scoliosis, or it's because of the scoliosis differences or asymmetry in your ribs, definitely talk with your doctor and get a recommendation of how to reduce your scoliosis, because the straighter your curve becomes, the more likely you're able to find a comfortable position sleeping. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this information helpful. If you'd like to hear about other topics and information on scoliosis, type in the comments below and let us know. And finally, subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified of when we publish content. Thanks.